Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day. And today is Tuesday the 25th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning fairly early, just didn't get a lot of sleep, so kind of woke up slowly. The dogs were getting me up, so I had to kind of go. It just took my brain a minute to really kick in. I was having a slow start to things, but got everybody out, got everybody pottied. Had to keep one dog separate, so on and so forth, which just, you don't think that's a big deal, but it adds a lot of stress to your day because that dog has to be like constantly, you have to know where that dog's at 24/7 because that dog is aggressive towards other dogs. Not always, like not right away, but it has been and it will be again most likely if it's ever given a chance. So you got to be really careful of where you put things and how you move things and so on and so forth, and kind of is what it is. So it just adds to a lot more to the stress of the day, where when all my dogs are 100% getting along great, it's awesome. I just kick open all the doors, all the dogs run out, all the dogs go potty, all the dogs come back in, all the dogs get fed. We separate for feeding so they don't eat the wrong food, and because some dogs get resource aggressive, but it is what it is there. So it just adds for a lot. So, but got it all done, got them all fed, got them all medicated, just so on and so forth there. Ended up hanging out. Wife headed off to work. She asked me if I'd be willing to take her father to meet her. They dropped him off at work because she had to take him to the doctor today. I guess she chose to take him to the doctor today. He hadn't been to the doctor since he had been in the hospital, and she wanted to go with him to talk to him. Plus, I guess she had to go talk to pain management also because I screwed up some stuff, because it is what it is. So that whole thing became a deal. So I said, yeah, I should be able to. Only thing I got is I got dogs getting dropped off and that I need to make sure I work around the schedule, and I was able to work around. Their drop-off time didn't coincide with it, so it worked out just fine. Went ahead and was able to meet him up there, so I grabbed him, threw him in the truck, headed up, dropped him off, and then basically from there, got back. We were chatting a little bit, whatever and stuff. Dropped him off there, got back to the house, had a couple things to do, hung around the yard, did a little bit of yard work, moved some stuff around, had taken a bunch of boxes out for recycling or trash, whoever picks it up, I don't give a shit. So went ahead and got that done, and then had the dog got dropped off. Told me he was dropping off, figured out the time frame. I'm like, okay, I got time to run then in that time frame, because it's supposed to be at noon. Turned out I was gonna drop off closer to 1, and I'm like, okay, I got time, I can get my run in. So that way I don't have to worry about when the new dog gets here, how everybody's getting along and all that good fun stuff. So went ahead, ran way early. I normally run, usually don't run that early, but got it done. Got done with the run, got back to the house, was basically hanging out there, dropped the dog off. Dog's doing all right. It's not great, but it's kind of a thing. So went ahead, and he's super friendly, and he's hyper, and he's high energy, and so are the other dogs. So their play's getting a little bit rough, and I have to keep kind of breaking him up a little bit. And then of course, out of nowhere, the little shit, he's a pretty smart dog. I've watched him before, but we got a pillar on my patio, my lanai, what do you want to call it, that from where I'm sitting, there's a swipe in my yard I can't see because the pillar's there. He goes right there to that pillar, but he's still 35, 40 feet away from me. But the pillar's blocking it, and digs a hole that's over 2 feet deep. Like, it's a massive, giant fucking hole. And I was pissed when I saw it. I was like, oh, you asshole. And I remembered I had to put this training collar on him for that fact, but I wouldn't even known because, of course, I didn't see him doing it. I just happened to look up and through, and then the scary part is, as I see the hole, as I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, as I get up to go look to see how deep, at the time I couldn't tell if it was just barely dug or a giant hole. They go running through, and the one dog steps in the damn hole and actually falls and tumbles. Had been a horse, would have been broke his damn leg. So I was like, holy crap. So I went and got a shovel, basically shoveled all the new dirt, because the way this dog digs, like, it doesn't just dig like in one spot, dig straight back. It like digs into a circle, as it walks in a circle, so it throws the dirt everywhere. And it's a pain in the ass. So got that. Luckily, I have a big pile of dirt left, so I shoveled it all full and packed it down as best I can. Threw a stepping stone over top of it to basically hope whatever made the dog want to dig there, not want to dig there. Yeah, not really the best way to start the new dog being here. So went ahead and decided I was going to mow. So I got out there and started mowing the yard. Got my backyard mowed. Brought the dogs inside so I could have the gate open. Can't have the gate open, the dogs are out there. So went ahead and got the mower out front, started mowing, and basically knocking out the front yard. Went through all 3 batteries again, so I'm assuming it's the heat that's doing it, because they can't all be that bad. Went through all 3 batteries, getting my yard mowed. I had a little left, so I went over, basically got a leaf blower. Actually, I got the little weed eater out first, and weed eated around my driveway and around the front, and then went and weed eated the ditch across the street because it's full of water, so I can't mow it. So went ahead and went over there and weed eated the ditch and weeded around the mailboxes and all that kind of fun stuff. So got that part all done, and then from there I headed in, got a leaf blower, and then the battery died. The final ounce of energy, the battery died. Got back, had the dogs out in the backyard, we were playing. Eventually my wife had gotten home from the doctor before I was knowing, I guess. I kind of got the timeline screwed up here, but she got back home from the father-in-law's doctor appointment and dropped him off and then headed back to work. But she'd been feeling a bunch of tight chest pressure, different things that was giving her concern, let's just put it that way, I guess. Making her not feel good. She's got a pacemaker and stuff, and she was getting really super concerned about her chest pressures and stuff. Dealing with a lot of stress, dealing with her dad, dealing with her son, dealing with a bunch, just a bunch of crap that's adding stress to her life. So, yeah, that truck is super annoying. That is the noise that at idle, that truck is that damn loud and annoying. And how do you live in that truck if you own that thing? Like, how does that not drive you batshit crazy when you're driving it? Let alone, like, all your neighbors have to hate your guts. But, because I am now, what am I, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses away. 5 houses away, and then you hear him rev it up to back out. But that's just an idle 5 houses away. Yeah, I understand the fact that, I don't know, my Corvette makes noise, but not like that. You know, just, I don't know, it's a different sound. Maybe it's just the fact that I hate diesels, and I don't like the sound as much. But yeah, at idle, my Vet's perfectly quiet, like any other car. At, you know, full throttle, different world, you know. But yeah, so who knows? But anyway, so she went ahead and dropped her dad off, went out and went back to work. I told her, she said, am I going to get the EKG? I'm like, just go get it. Like, can you walk in your doctor's office, your heart doctor, and be like, hey, give me the EKG? She goes, I think so. I said, let's go do it. Like, who cares? Like, I don't give a shit what it costs. If it helps relieve that 1 extra ounce of stress that you're thinking, well, maybe I'm having a heart attack, that's going to add stress to your life. If you can take off that one little piece, even if everything else sucks and everything else is stressful, take off that one little piece, and guess what? Now you're less likely to have the pile that breaks the camel's back, you know. So she did. She finally, eventually, she was on her way back to work, and I think she decided, fuck it, went and got checked. They gave her some anti-anxiety medication, whatever, to help her kind of push down this whole stress thing, whatever. And the EKG showed some stuff that she got to talk to her main doctor about, but they didn't think it was too concerning, and who knows. So that actually, I think, may have made it worse, because now they're saying, oh, we can't really tell you, but you need to go talk to your doctor. And I'm like, fuck, that's worse. Like, if the first thing is like, is it bad, or is it like, hey, you need to talk to your doctor because they're changing the new pins they use, but they don't tell you shit because they're not supposedly qualified to read the thing. And I'm like, so the doctor's probably gonna say, hey, it's 100% fine, absolutely no big deal, everything that's great, which would be wonderful to know at that time, but it is what it is. So my thing is, they should just be able to say, hey, good news, bad news, horrible news, you know, give you like a scale of what you need to be looking at. And you're like, hey, I'm just a technician here, I'm just the one running the test, but I see these all the time and this does not look normal. You know, that'd been simple. Or, hey, this looks normal, it's just a slight bit high or low, whatever the number is. But no, not the case. So she went and got her medication, decided to come home for the rest of the day, and pretty much got home, laid down for a little bit. We turned off, like, closed the curtains and stuff for her, and she pretty much slept the rest of the night. Like, she off and on would get up and go to the bathroom and stuff, whatever. But we never really had a conversation or spoke, nothing. I don't think she ate dinner. She did go out to lunch with her dad, so that I didn't really expect her to have a big dinner because he went to Cracker Barrel. So I don't know. That's that place I had to go. So went there, grabbed a bite, and then she got back here and slept throughout the rest of the evening. And I was in and out with the dogs, went and had my leftovers. So got that knocked out, and then finally came time for bed, and we chatted for probably 10 minutes, and she was right back out again to sleep. So, but that's what she did for the day. I had myself a nice cigar outside, got my pool vacuum adapters I ordered from Amazon that don't fit the pool that was supposed to fit my pool. The pool vacuum doesn't fit my pool. The adapters they told me I needed it for that doesn't fit my pool, so I found another adapters they said I needed through the website, and everywhere it says they're discontinued. Don't make them anymore. Brand new pool vacuum, and they don't make the adapter. So I'm returning all that shit. So it was a big pain in the ass getting it all dealt with and whatnot, trying to get help and service, and their answer was just like, no, it's a company out of China. They have no customer support. There's nothing you can do. Just send it back. So how are you doing today?
Good morning.
So I was like, when I finally got a hold of an Amazon person, because I got the robot, trying to get help, and then basically got a real person. I'm like, oh yeah, we don't offer support for that. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing then? You know, so apparently you order something that's knockoff, they're patent infringing, I'm sure, whatever, and they send it to you, and then when it sucks, you just send it back, and not, hey, for $1 you guys can make the adapter that actually would fit this, less than $1. I know what shit costs to produce, but you guys could have made this on a 3D printer that would have got me up and going, and you would have kept my $100+ in profit you're making off this. Instead, nope, mail it back. More waste, more just, I don't know, disgustingness of the world. So, but yeah, I don't know. The local pool shops didn't have any on. They didn't have any on display, or just didn't have them. Didn't have this set up. Everything else they have is a like $500 electric fancy plug-in crap. I'm like, I don't want to spend that. So I'm probably gonna go to like the pool store or Home Depot to buy myself a manual handheld vacuum. Hooks the pool. Just do it by themselves. So, but oh well, it is what it is. Trying to save myself a little bit of time. Trying to keep the pool as clean as I can, so it makes it better for her, and go from there. But I just have to throw it away. So eventually, after I got all that crap, I didn't even have a cigar. Actually, I finished the cigar I'd had before dinner, and it had to take me so long out there dealing with them and trying to get that fixed that gave up on it. Said hell with it, and today. So that's all I got for right now. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.